Hello and welcome back to the 20th episode in my Rebuilding Brighton series, where today we are playing against Chelsea in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. I'm not feeling too optimistic, I'm not going to lie, but we are in pretty good form. Since the Premier League has returned, we have not lost a single game. West Ham we beat 3-1, Burnley we beat 5-2, and Fulham we beat 1-0. So we are in good form leading up to this match. But it is going to be a difficult challenge against a really solid Chelsea side. We are in the January transfer window and we have already made a signing, but we have a couple of disappointing things that I need to mention as well. We signed this young man by the name of Milosevic, and he looks very promising. I need to train him up into a right wing, because right now we don't play in a position with right midfielders, but unfortunately I have to say that it's looking like we're going to lose Alzate on a free, and this is just my mistake, to be honest. I completely forgot that he needed a new contract, and I tried to give him one and he declined it, and now I don't think he wants to sign at all. So that's a really good amount of money that we could have gotten for him. He probably would have never broken into the first team, but we could have gone at least 10 mil for the man. And he's going to go for free. Pretty disappointing stuff. But I do have my eye on a couple of players that we could bring in. We have $115 million in the bank account right now. And that is because a tycoon came in, I believe. And right now we have a new owner that is looking to invest into the club. And hopefully I can find some players to invest in. This is the squad that we're going to line up with for the game against Chelsea. Semi-rotated squad, some pretty good players in there, a lot of starting players, but certainly the big one is Milosevic, and he is going to make his debut. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's jump straight into the game against Chelsea. I'm not actually sure how much they're rotating their squad for us here. I was feeling a little bit hopeful that they would, but as you can see, a really strong side that they're putting out there. So I think that this will be a hard day at the office for us, but I know that we can play well and come away with a win if we do well enough and get a little bit of luck on our side at the end of the day. Early doors, Chelsea do have the majority of the possession, and we are on the level shots as they come in with another shot, just as I'm saying that. No chances to speak of just yet, apart from that very early one, and we need to definitely start creating some stuff if we're going to have a chance at winning this game. I would love it if it went straight to penalties, because the Carabao Cup doesn't deal with extra time or replays, just goes straight to penalties, so hopefully this does go the full distance, because I feel like we have a better chance of beating them in the penalties than anywhere else. But with Christensen scoring there, the chances of that are becoming slimmer and slimmer. We need to score now, and it is becoming a little bit more of a difficult battle to beat this Chelsea 11 and go into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. That would be a pretty good achievement for us this season after a pretty disappointing run at the start of the season. We actually are in an alright place in the league now. I think we're somewhere up in like 10th or 11th, so not terrible, about where we were last season. We did want to push on this year, but unfortunately the start of the season, poor form has sort of left us trailing a bit behind where we would like to be, so that is no one's fault but my own, to be honest. Unfortunately, I just didn't make some good tactical decisions at the start of the season, and I think I've sorted it out since then. Ben White putting the ball over to our debutant, who is skipping past a few players and goes for a shot, but he can't quite get it into the back of the net. What a way to introduce himself to the Brighton fans that would have been. Asensio on the ball, and he looks to play it out to White, but that is the end of the chance. But promising signs now, early doors in the second half. Hopefully we can come back into it and do a little bit more of that, especially if Milosevic is the man to do it. I want to see him playing well and doing well in that new role for him. We're going to move on to a positive mentality. I don't know if that is a silly decision. I've been known to make silly decisions in games like this, so you know, it wouldn't be out of character to make a dumb call like that. But we're going to make a substitution again. Could be a stupid decision, but you know, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not very good at this game. Clement's going to come on for Bellingham. Bellingham's playing quite well lately, but he is a little bit tired, so I don't want to have him not fit for the game against Sheffield United, despite them being all the way down in 19th place. It is still a game away from home that we could certainly lose. Chelsea coming at us again, but we almost managed to pull it back there. But Pulisic does hang on to it well, and we need to close him down if we're going to create a chance for ourselves. But it looks like this is going to be Chelsea's chance, with James putting a good ball in, and we managed to clear it. A good block by our defence, and we come away still only one goal down. Clement on the ball, the substitute, plays a good ball over to Mayoral, who can shoot from here, but shoots well wide. A lot of power on it, but not quite the accuracy that was necessary. Hudson-Odoi on the ball, playing it back to Digne, and now Chelsea are able to regroup and come back at us again. Digne on the ball, playing to Tomori, having a bit of a dance on the ball there, and they go all the way back to the goalkeeper. This is one of those highlights that is going to take a wee while, and I feel like whenever they take a wee while, it's going to end up with a goal. Belotti taking a shot, and it ends up being blocked, and that is the end of the highlight. Pretty basic highlight there. Didn't really need to see that one, in my opinion, but you know, it's good to have a little bit of change up in the play. It gets a bit boring seeing the simulation screen over and over again, especially for you guys who are watching at home. Me, I can kind of deal with it. I can just edit it out if it's too bad. Hudson-Odoi on the ball, takes a shot, and again, Chelsea peppering that goal. And we haven't really done much since I moved to this positive mentality. We're going to go attacking. Again, could be a really stupid decision, but it's fun. Let's do it. Why not? Cataldi on the ball, White playing it up to our debutant, Milosevic. I'm trying to say our debutant as much as possible. I don't know what I'm going to say in the future, just because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. You know, I can only use that technique for the first game. Apart from that, I'm going to have to say maybe like the Serbian. I think he's Serbian. He might not be, but I know he's one of those like sort of Central European places. I don't know, but he's somewhere. He's from Europe, that's for sure. I could say European. And he's going at the goal. Gosh, that was an absolute jumble from me, and he ends up getting a shot out of it. Almost went into the back of the net. A good shot in the end, but not one that ended up as a goal. If Tomori didn't touch that, I think that would have been a goal for them. So we've definitely gotten away with one there. Oh no, it was Belotti that was offside in the first place, but Tomori certainly was stealing a goal there. I don't know if Belotti would have been very happy with it overall. So, yeah, hopefully we can come away with a little bit of something else in this last few minutes. We've got a chance from a corner kick, and Kusint should be the man to take it. Yes, he is, stepping up, plays it in, and Milosevic almost comes away with a goal in his debut. And, gosh, I've said that a couple of times this game. He's playing quite well, and overall he is showing me they can do good for this side, and he is certainly one to watch out for. I'm going to move up to this formation to see if we can do anything else. Milosevic is going to come off, although he has played well, just like I said before. He does need to come off and know that if he's going to have that many chances to score, he needs to bang at least one of them in the back of the net for him to justify being kept on the pitch. Pulisic for the last chance of the match in the corner, and Chelsea solidify that victory. 2 goals from corners. That's quite disappointing, given that we haven't actually played that poorly. But at the end of the day, Chelsea are a great side, and against a side like ours, you would expect them to be winning. We do have one more chance, and they could put insult to injury. I think that if they score this, it would be a very flattering scoreline. Digne does get the crossbar, but doesn't quite get it in the back of the net. I was getting ready to say does score, because it looked like it had gone in from my angle, but luckily for us, we have come away with just a 2-0 loss. It's disappointing that I have to say luckily for us that we've come away with a 2-0 loss, but I'm sure we can do better in our Sheffield United match, and I can finally show you guys the form that we've been going on off camera. Before we jump into the Sheffield United game, I just wanted to let you guys know that we have sold Demarai Gray for 15 million, which is a pretty good piece of business if you ask me. Hasn't been used this year at all, and it is a little bit sad to see him go. A wee profit for us, but he was a very loyal servant to the club and someone that played very well in the Championship and alright in the Premier League last year. Probably didn't deserve to be dropped, but with David coming into the side, it is hard to justify keeping him around. This is the squad that we are using for this game against Sheffield United, and I'm hoping that they can break down a pretty good squad who is all the way down in 19th and underperforming. Some familiar faces in the Sheffield United squad with Barlow Torre, a player that we sold for a good profit for them, is playing up against us, as well as Pascal Gross. If you look back to quite a while ago now, he was a Brighton player for us and did quite well in our first season in the Premier League. Pretty regular starter, but we ended up selling him for 10 mil, I believe, at the start of the championship season. Mayoral is 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he can't quite finish it. It makes me think, would Dilson have put that one away? But I'm sure that Mayoral will have more chances to score later in the game. A good start from the boys. Overall, we are dominating this game, but it can turn very quickly, as we have seen a couple of times this season so far. If we do manage to get a win, it could put us up in 8th place, which is a really good spot to be in after a disappointing start to the season, really recovering our form. Still quite a wee way away from 7th place Norwich, but it is going up, and that is the direction we want to be going in. Bulldog going down the wing, and it is a goal for Sheffield United. Barlow Torre getting the assist. That is so disappointing, but we need to go again, and I'm sure if we let the tactic play out and don't panic, I think we can get back into this one. I might demand more from the boys and see if that does anything, but I know that we can win this one, and we probably deserve to win this one if you look at the teams on paper. 5 shots to their 2. We probably should be doing a little bit better than this, so hopefully they can pick it up, and hopefully this chance goes our way. Fleck on the ball, and he is looking to play a good pass to Barlow Torre, the man who got the assist, who left us, and he puts a good ball in, but can't quite connect with the winger that was trying to header it into the back of the net. Mayoral dribbling up the pitch, but loses out, and now we have to try and get it back off them, as we do here through David. David running up the wing, put a good ball in, my friend. Sanchez plays it back to Bellingham. Bellingham playing it. Oh, I thought he was going to play it wide, but that was a pretty silly decision to shoot from there, in my opinion. Never going to score from that angle, but at least we're getting some opportunities, and hopefully in the second half we can do a little bit better and convert those opportunities into goals. At halftime, I am going to tell the boys that I am disappointed with their performance, and I'm going to change to a positive mentality. I know that can work very well for this formation and this tactic that we've got going on. It is what we use the whole time in the championship, and we ended up winning the league that year, so there must be a little bit to that one. So hopefully this does well up against a pretty poor Sheffield United side, and Gross is the man on the ball. Another ex-player getting another assist. And this is just unlucky now. This is getting ridiculous, because we are better than teams like this, and it just isn't going well for us right now. It's very unfortunate. It's hard to take, but we should be winning, and that's the really annoying thing. Sheffield United still all the way down in 19th place despite this result, and Andre is going to run up the field in the hopes to spark a little something of a comeback, and Asensio does manage to do that. A good ball over from Sanchez. Asensio with his 8th goal of the season. I knew they would start coming. A really good player, and it was only a matter of time before he started scoring a lot for us. Sanchez with an amazing ball, and he's just at the back post, just like he always is. That's how he scores the majority of his goals, and we do have a lifeline in this game now. I will demand even more from the boys, and I think I'm going to make my first change of the match, and we will find out if Dilson is better than Mayoral as things stand. A better star rating for the first time ever. Mayoral has dropped down quite a bit, and I think he's got some interest from West Ham, if I'm not corrected, but that could have died out, because it has been quite a while since I last checked that. We still are dominating shots and possession, so it should be only a matter of time before we do get another chance in this game. Hopefully it does come soon before I start to panic and really adjust the tactic. I might move on to attacking now, just to try and kickstart that attacking chances that we need to have. We need to get at least a draw in this match to really justify playing well lately. Gross with another free kick. Please tell me we clear it. Oh my gosh. Come on. This is a joke now. We can't win on camera, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing the exact same things off camera as I am doing on camera, but we can't do it on camera. And Trossard, another one of our former players, comes on and is going to be beating us now. This is a joke. We shouldn't be losing this game. This is the first time this series I'm actually really mad at the game, because we don't deserve to lose. There's nothing about this game that says we should lose. We've just been not scoring goals. So we'll try this for the last few minutes, but I'm not feeling hopeful. I've kind of had the wind taken out of my sails now. So the comeback is certainly not on anymore. 3 more minutes of normal time to go. And this is probably going to be another disappointing result for us. 4 minutes of additional time. If we could get one more chance, that would be just nice to see that the boys still have some fight in them. But even that, I think, is asking too much. Oh, look, there we go. We do have one more chance. But it could end up going Sheffield United's way and adding to the misery that is occurring in this episode. I don't think we've gotten an on-camera win for a couple of episodes now. It's really disappointing. I need to show you guys better content, but somehow we are going up in the table. Here's Trossard, another player who does score against us. Oh my gosh, all of our players that used to play for us are doing well against us. This is a joke. Gross with 3 assists. Trossard with a goal. Barlow Torre with an assist. If you look at the stats, we've done better than them, but this is an absolute joke. This is, I don't know what to say. It's stupid. This game, sometimes, 4-1 is so flattering. We should have won that game. We deserve to win that game. If that was against Manchester City, I would have taken it, but it was against 19th place Sheffield United. Come on. We're better than that, and I need to dip my toe into transfer market, and that has definitely made me realise that I need to do that. We'll take a look at this Sevilla offer for Vallejo. I think he's another one that is going to be leaving us because they have come in with a bid for him to sign him on a pre-contract expiry. Another poor note to end this episode on. I'm sorry that I couldn't get better results for you guys, as per usual. It's becoming a bit of a trend lately. But we will come back stronger than ever in a couple of games' time. A pretty easy run apart from Manchester City, Southampton, Watford, West Brom, Leeds, Crystal Palace, and we might meet back around the mid-February sort of area. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss a single episode. And until then, thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you all later.